Hi, my name is Izzy, your resident nerdy yappy girl, and today we're yapping about the Texas Ren Fair. Just moved into a new place, check. That is right, I have moved, hence the new background. I hope you guys like it. It'll be more jazzed up over time. Literally just got everything set up at my desk and office, so if it's still a little barren, that is why. I still need to order like bookshelves and everything. There will be more behind me eventually, I promise. Hello darlings and welcome. This week I went to the world's largest Ren Fair. It also is my first Renaissance fair, or Renaissance festival rather. What is the difference? I don't know. They're the same thing in my head. Please educate me if they are different things. I went to the world's largest Renaissance festival, the Texas Ren Fair, because everything's bigger in Texas. I went with a couple friends. I went with my fiance, Gabe. I also went with Alex and her boyfriend, and it was a blast. We had a grand old time, and I just wanted to kind of share my experience. So if you want to go to the Texas Ren Fair, you just like Renaissance fairs in general, or you've been to the Texas Ren Fair, you can see what my experience was like. Day one, we entered the fair. We went Fae weekend, by the way, so I went as like a deer girl and Alex went as a wolf girl. It was pretty cute. We thought being like animal creatures was kind of Fae. I feel like it's kind of Fae. We originally were gonna be fairies because on the nose, of course, but then we saw I saw these cute ass antlers, she saw those cute ass ears, and we were like, you know what, let's do animal girls. I feel like that's cute. And Gabe and Alex's BF, they both went as kind of like the adventurers that found us, if that makes sense. They are the explorers who explored and ended up finding a bunch of, or a couple of, two specifically, animal girls. Alex and I took really cute photos. I'll just put them on screen real quick so you can see that. Aren't we so cute? We are so cute. Oh my god. But day one, we entered the Ren Fair. We got there like 30 minutes after opening, so it was pretty empty to begin. I had pretty hit or miss with parking in the past with conventions, and so I really wanted to make sure we got there at a good time, to make sure we could get in and park in a good spot. And I'm glad we did. That was a really nice morning. It was really relaxing that morning. Not that the second day wasn't relaxing, but the first day it was a nice introduction because it was a lot less busy, there were a lot less people, and we could kind of take our time going from stall to stall, not having to worry about the flow of traffic, which is always delightful when you are new to a fair or convention. We immediately off the bat, of course, saw some dope costumes. I saw this set of armor that was really cool. It was pretty cool. I'm not having a good time at the Ren Fair. I'm having a really good time at the Ren Fair. We saw the very tail end of a blacksmithing demonstration. And then we saw glass blowing demonstration. We actually watched the entire glass blowing demonstration. We actually got there like a little bit before it started, so we were able to watch it all. It was very cool. She also was very funny, the glass blowing artist, I think that's what you call them. She was hilarious. She made some really funny jokes during the presentation, and it was really nice. I got a lot of footage of that because I knew that family members would love to see that. I don't know if you can hear my AC just kicked on. New house. Who dis? New house. I don't know what you can and can't hear on the mic yet. But apologies if you can hear it. I don't mean for you to. Then we saw a sword cutting demonstration at a fancy little place called Angel Sword, which, foreshadowing, we go back to that the next day. I'll talk about that more after we get through the first day. Then we wanted to see jousting, but we ended up seeing like brawling. We saw brawling, like literally like the last 5 minutes of brawling. If you can't tell, we were pretty unorganized this first day with like timing for events and stuff. We were just kind of flying by the seat of our pants, which was super fun. But the next day, we were way more on it. Like, we had an itinerary. We ended up heading out probably around like 3 o'clock. We ate lunch and breakfast at the Ren Fair. And then when we headed out, we got, into some comfier clothes. We went out to dinner. And then we hung out at the hotel, had a fun little time. And then the next day approached. But before we get into the next day, I thought I'd sprinkle this in the middle here. Sprinkle a little bit of history in the middle. Because I know some people don't like history, and I didn't want to bore you guys at the beginning of the video. But this is not an Izzie on Annalisa video without a touch of history facts. So I'm going to be really quickly talking about the history of the Texas Ren Fair before we get into day 2. Ignore that I'm reading off of my phone because this is, again, straight from the wiki. It always is. It always is. The Texas Ren Fair was founded in 1974 on an abandoned strip mining site in what is now Todd Mission, Texas, which is slightly north of Houston. At the time, it spanned 15 acres with 3 stages featuring small improv theater groups and merchants selling their goods on blankets. The opening year saw a turnout of 33,000, which off the bat, killer first year, by the way. There are Ren Fairs that have been around for years and years that do not get close to those numbers. So that was crazy the first year to have that big of a turnaround. Turn up? How'd that many people turn up? Turn up. The fair has since grown to an annual attendance of over 500,000 with 400 vendors and 21 stages over 8 weekends. So as I said, we went for the Faye weekend, which it is 2 days. Most of the weekends are just Saturday, Sunday, not Friday, which I was surprised about at first, but then it kind of made sense. Once I'd experienced it, it kind of made sense why they do it that way. But yeah, no, it was founded by brothers. Don't remember their names. It was founded by 2 brothers. They made the Texas Ren Fair, which is now the biggest Ren Fair in the world, I think. I Googled it and it said it was, but I also feel like that's wrong. I feel like it should be in, like, somewhere else, but it said it was the biggest Ren Fair in the world, so they claim to be the biggest Ren Fair in the nation, but I Googled it and it said the biggest Ren Fair in the world, so I'm calling it the biggest Ren Fair in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm always down to be educated. I'm an educated little fawn. I try to be, at least. Now, on to day 2. We went ahead and we got ready. Actually, I have some footage of us getting ready this day. We took cuter photos this day. This is the photos that I showed you earlier, is the day we took, this day is when we took those photos. So we looked cute as hell this day. We had bought new outfits. We were kind of all jazzed up. We were excited to get started on the Ren Fair. Now, as I said, we had an itinerary today, okay? Jousting. We wanted to see jousting. We had none of us had been to the Ren Fair. Alex had been once, but she was younger, but she had never seen the jousting. I don't think she had ever seen the jousting. And so we were all like, we want to see the jousting. It's our first year. We feel like it's a rite of passage. We want to make this like a yearly thing. We probably won't go to see the jousting in the future years because it's probably the same, because it's kind of like a theater thing. Like, it's like slightly scripted, you know? Because, like, there's, like, a story. There's a story that goes on, which I'm not going to spoil the ending, but we love Connor. And they might switch it up every year. I have no clue, but we love Connor. We love Connor. Me and Alex lost our voices that night from screaming our heads off at the jousting. It was so fun. We met the horse. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. We also saw a fire whip show, which was really good, and the guy doing it was very funny. He has like a bunch of world records, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I have a pin from the show. Hold on. Where did my pin go? Where did my pin go? It was on my bag. Oh my god, I lost the pin. I hope I find it. Aww. It said crack addict, which I thought was really funny. The fire whip show, though, was really cool. I think hold on, let me actually Google this. Give this a goog, as I like to say. Adam Winrich is the very talented person we were watching at the fire whip show. And he has the record for the most fire whip cracks with 2 whips in 1 minute, which is 314. Bro. 314? Bruh. 314? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was pretty dope. It was pretty cool. He also had like the heaviest whip. Whoopsh. He cracked that bad boy. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Hi, Mommy. Oh, hello. Okay, here. Hold on. I have all of his stuff. Okay. He has 23-time Guinness World Record holder. Here are some of his records. Heaviest whip cracked. Most fire whip cracks with 2 whips in 1 minute. Loudest whip crack. Longest whip. And the most whip cracks with 2 whips in 1 minute. Damn! Call me a crack addict, because I was loving that show. It was pretty fun. We went and we saw more jousting because like there's like multiple, like after the fireworks show, we went and saw more jousting because there was like multiple jousting things and the story would continue during each of them. We were in England section. England represent. Connor, we love you. What up, dudes of England? If you were there, that's really funny. If you weren't there, now you have an inside joke. You don't get it, but you've heard it. So you're welcome. We ate steak on a stick. I don't have footage of that, but it was really fucking good. If I can find like a picture of it, let me just put that on the screen. It was so good. Me and Alex like fucked up that steak on a stick. It was so, if you go to, and it was only like $13, which is really good for Ren Fair food. Like really good. And it was like steak on a stick. It was so good. Me and Alex were like starving, just like she was a wolf girl, so she was it was like very fitting for her. We went to Angel Sword and me and Gabe got some cool knives and a sword. They're like really nice swords. We're gonna pick them up maybe next year at the Ren Fair if we're able to pay them off by then. We did like the monthly payments deal because it was, you know, a very nice sword and very nice knives. We just moved into a house, so like we're not trying to break the bank right now, but we really wanted them, so we got them. Gotta treat yourself occasionally. Listen, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I can buy myself a cool knife. Just saying. Alex got like a really cool like skull dagger. It was really dope. It was really dope. She actually just picked that up. She picked that up the weekend after she got it because she had like some stuff changed about it. Angel Sword is like a dope ass sword place, by the way. If you are interested in buying a really well crafted sword, or knife or dagger or whatever, like check out Angel Sword. They're pricier because they are very well crafted, and the people there are so nice, by the way. Like they like chatted with us while we were waiting for, because like we went ahead and we got our stuff, we were signing paperwork and everything, and then Alex went up with her boyfriend to get her dagger, and she was up there and we were just kind of like waiting like near the entrance. Then they started talking to us again, and like they were just like so nice, and we had a great experience purchasing with them, but also just hanging out with them. We ended up watching their sword cutting demonstration 3 times because we just happened to be there for 3 of the demonstrations. Like we were there the first day at their sword cutting demonstration because we were walking by and we're like, that's cool, let's stay for that. Second day we were there because we were looking for swords and knives. And then the third time was on the second day again when Alex was buying her knife. Like right after that, they did another demonstration. If any of the people from Angel Sword are watching this, love you. Great experience. They also gave us a bunch of like advice and like ideas for what to do at the Ren Fair in the future, what weekends are really fun, other Ren Fairs to go to. So you best believe there's gonna be more Ren Fair content on the channel because it was super fun. And then at the end of the day, we saw the fire dance show and then the fireworks, which the fireworks were like way bigger than I was expecting. Fireworks scare me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit of a wussy wuss when it comes to fireworks. They're very loud, okay? They're very loud, and I have a little bit of sensory issues. So I was doing this a lot of the time, but the pretty lights, beautiful. I was just looking at them. You know, I was covering my ears just looking at them. I was like, you know what? Beautiful. I don't like the noise. I love how they look though. The fire dance was really pretty though. The fire dance was so elegant. It was beautiful. It was very impressive, by the way. And that was my experience at the Texas Ren Fair. It was so fun. If you guys have Ren Fair suggestions, I am a North Florida girl, but I love a good road trip. So if you guys have any suggestions of nearby Ren Fairs, I will drive. Cause like, I wanna drive to a Ren Fair. I don't wanna fly to a Ren Fair. Cause like, I'm gonna wanna buy things. So, Texas Ren Fair is not that far. It's like, you know, we just drive a couple hours, sleep, drive another couple hours, we're there. It's not that bad at all. And I'm filming this on Halloween. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you should, at Izzie Annalisa. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen this look then. Oh dear, it's Halloween already. It's probably gonna be my caption. So, you know how it is. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.